Okay. Hey y'all, good evening, good evening. Um Obviously tonight is the opening night. I'm tempted to talk a little bit about that Knicks game that just went down, Knicks in Boston. Obviously Boston crushed the Knicks. I'm not surprised, man. You gotta expect it. Knicks are a new team playing against a championship team, so that's easy money right there. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll talk about tomorrow. We're talking about the small forwards today that I have on my fantasy team. And it's not just about fantasy league. You don't have to be a fantasy player to watch this series because really what I'm doing is I'm following these players, watching their stats, watching how productive they are for their team, how they help their team win, numbers that are improving, we're just going to watch these players closely, right? So my forwards, I'll start with, how about I'll start with Jaren Jackson Jr. from Memphis, who this year should be playing at the power forward, which I really like. On the depth chart, it's showing that Zach Edey will start at center, which is good for Zach Edey, who I have on my centers, but we'll get to that. Yeah, that's good for Zach Edey. But I like Jaren Jackson. It gives him a lot more room to work. I think he's better at power forward. And he last year. Okay, let me go through his numbers. Last year, 2023-24. Was scoring 22 points a game. Where's the rebound? 22 points a game, 5.5 rebounds. Could probably use a few more rebounds. 2 assists, 1.6 blocks, 1.2 steals. Shot 80% from the free throw. That's pretty decent. 32% from the 3 point, and 44% field goal. We could use a better field goal percentage from Jaren Jackson this year. The year before, his 2022-23 season, he shot 50% from the field. Hopefully he could get back to that. I think the shift, him moving to power forward, will help a lot. But we'll see. We'll see. Definitely. And there was here blocks. Last year also, he was getting 3 blocks. He was averaging 3 blocks a game. Not last year, the year before, 2022-23 season. Jaren Jackson was averaging 3 blocks a game. If we could get back to that, that would be beautiful. Remember, he's not my center, and I got some decent centers on my team that could get me blocks. So if Jaren Jackson could get back up to that, he's averaging 2 blocks a game for his career. So even 2 blocks a game is not bad. That's not bad at all. Points, 22 points a game. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that again. 22.5. So if that moves up to 23 points, that's great. That's great. The only thing, like I said, I want to see his blocks go back up, right? Like 2023-24 season, he was at 1.6 blocks and 44% from the field, which the year before that, he was way better, 50% from the field goal, 3 blocks a game. So we want Jaren Jackson to get back to that. So I'm glad I had to put him in my power forwards because, like I said, I'm deep with centers. Yeah, I will do the centers tomorrow in the afternoon. But yeah, I'm already deep with centers, so I had to slip him in my power forward rotation. All right, so we're gonna move on to Paulo, boy Paulo Banquera. All right, Paulo, one of my favorite players. Um, this kid, in his first year, let me see, how much did he average in his first year, man? His 2022-23 season, rookie season, he averaged 20 points a game, 6.9 rebounds, 3.7 assists, zero point 0.8 steals, 0.5 blocks, shot 73% from the free throw. The year after that, 2023-24, 22 points a game. So that he went up 2 points, got the same amount of rebounds, 6.9 rebounds. His assists did go up from 3.7 to 5.4 assists. Hey, you know what? I think what I'm expecting from Paulo is maybe a few more points a game. His in the playoffs last year. Let me look at his playoffs numbers. Last year, his playoff numbers were crazy. I'm gonna take a look at them right now. It was 27 points a game. 27 points a game. 8.6 rebounds and 4 assists with 1.1 steals. That's what he did in the 2023-24 playoffs. So watch out for Paolo this year, man. He's gonna be my power forward, but I'm gonna be expecting him to be scoring a lot of points. I'll take a look at his field goal percentage. I'm expecting him to score a lot of points. Maybe not a lot of 3-pointers, but maybe a couple of 3-pointers a game, which is not bad. And yeah. I'm really looking forward to Paolo Banchero and I want to see what he's going to do for the Magics this year. They should make it. I think they will be a beast in the East this year, especially for the regular season. They have a squad that can definitely make some noise in the playoffs. So definitely, I'm glad I got my hands on Paolo Banchero, one of my favorites. And last but not least, my boy Scottie Barnes, City boy, Toronto Raptors. So let me go over to his numbers right now. Glad I was able to draft Scottie Barnes. I'm here in Toronto, so I'll be watching all of his games pretty much. And last year, he scored 19.9 points a game, 8.2 rebounds, 6.1 assists, 1.5 blocks, and 1.3 steals. Shot 78% from the free throw line, 47% from the field goal. I like the numbers, man. His numbers look good. So if anything goes up, that's really good, man. And I expect it to. His points will probably go up a little bit. Everything I expect to go up. I think his rebounds will go up. I think his rebounds could go up to about 9 to 10 rebounds. Maybe not 10, maybe around 9. Maybe 7 or 8 assists a game. So he's gonna be he's gonna be the one who is a triple double threat every other night, right? I believe that. And the team's gonna be running pretty much around him. They got the shooters around him. They got Grady. They got Quickly, Barrett. So they got the pieces around him. So he has everything he needs to be great. People are talking about whether Scottie Barnes is going to be leading the team. Scottie Barnes is still young, all right? We got guys, Scottie Barnes is 23 years old. We got guys who have been around for a while. Kelly Olynyk, Pirtle. We got guys who can take on a leadership role. And Scottie Barnes could soak up. He could learn a lot from that. So there's a lot of time for Scottie Barnes to step up into that leadership role. It's not a rush. Right now, all he has to do is focus on his game and carrying this Raptor team. Right? See if he could carry this Raptor team on his back. But I love it, man. I love my squad. Even if we get killed, let me look at my opponent and see who his forwards are. See, because really we're looking at points, rebounds. We're looking at across the board. My forwards are giving me everything across the board. It's giving me points, rebounds, and hopefully assists. So let me see who my opponent has. My opponent has Shai Gilly. All right, let's just get that off. He's not a power forward or a forward, but so I'll say the forwards he has: DeMar DeRozan, Draymond Green. I would say Mikal Bridges, but Mikal's more of a 2. So no, I'm not gonna say Mikal. So he's got Michael Porter Jr., DeMar DeRozan, and who else? And Draymond Green. So I think I'll smoke him in that area. I think I'll smoke him in the forward position, right? But we'll see. We'll see how the numbers stack up. Tomorrow, who's playing tomorrow for my team? Tonight, I don't think I got. Let me see. Let me take a look. I don't think I got anybody playing tonight, or do I? I'm gonna take a look at who I got playing tonight. Tonight, I got obviously Porzingis is injured. I put him on my center position, so we'll talk about Porzingis tomorrow. And we'll talk about Porzingis tomorrow along with the other centers. And let me see who else. Let me see which one of my forwards. I think I should have Paolo running tomorrow. Yeah, Paolo's playing up against Miami tomorrow. Brandon Miller's set to go. Scottie Barnes, obviously. We're going up against Cleveland. Yeah, so it's looking good, man. Tomorrow's gonna be stacked. All right, I got a lot of my players playing tomorrow, so I'll follow up with that with players I got, see how they look in their first game. But I think that's gonna be it. Do we got any questions? 10 minutes. I like the 10-minute mark. So if we don't got any questions, I feel like we could leave it at that. Go Raptors. Go Scotty Barnes. I need you to carry my forwards this year. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. And I will catch y'all tomorrow morning. All right. Y'all have a good night.